so much more beneficial. A lot of people go into the lottery and they'll spend on the UK a pound a line. And every Wednesday, if you go down, we'll see a last-minute rush to get tickets in, and there'll be £5, £10, £20, all sorts of amounts of cash going over. And the only advantage they have over us is the 14 million to 1 jackpot. At every other level, that person wins less, and I'm going to show you how that works right now. If you didn't see this last week, it does make interesting viewing. I do apologise for these slides being a tad slow. We're just suffering a little bit. So we've done an illustration here. Normal lottery ticket on the left, typical numbers on a UK lotto entry in terms of the e-lottery. And of course we start at a 2-ball win. Now, I know 82 pence is not a lot, and I'm constantly reminded, it's a joke, I've only won 82 pence, or I'm not going to get rich on that 82 pence. Well, if you put a little investment into something and you got 82 pence back versus 0, what's the obvious choice? I certainly know that if I add my 82 pences up over the years, it adds up to hundreds of pounds. You get paper with a small brick, so these things do add up. And that little ring is a great little thing to happen. I think a lot of people also have received their 82 pence and got very excited about it, because you win absolutely nothing in the conventional way. Now again, our second win, which is the 3-ball win, which is the first one on the National Lottery, which is always £10, standard fee. That slide's gone really quickly, so I apologise. I'm not going to come back to it. But the 3-ball win, it's £12.40, and it's like 24%, nearly 25% better return on your money. And if you were thinking of an investment and you had a choice, would I take that return or 20 more, same numbers, same process, would you want a higher return? Well, of course you would. Then when the gap starts to widen somewhat, and 4-ball wins are relatively popular, and you can see that was 100% more in terms of your prize money. Now we get to the 4-ball and the bonus ball, and in terms of the National Lottery, it's not a win. It doesn't represent a different prize. You would only be picking up a 4-ball win. Now here you can see that's the same at £66.30. And in this instance, if you have a 4-ball plus bonus ball with the multi-win system for your lottery, it's £6,000. Now we're talking nearly 98% more, 98 times more prize money, which is this amount of difference. So this is where the system really kicks in, because we're not talking about a jackpot. We're talking about a very small win in terms of balls, 4 plus the bonus ball. Look at the differential in prize money. And then when we get up to the 5-ball win, which is the maximum win that we have in our system, it's a phenomenal amount of money compared to the conventional way. And you can see this here. In terms of the normal lottery, can you imagine on a Saturday night picking up 5 balls on a conventional ticket, knowing that the ball is the jackpot? Now, if you pick up a 5-ball lottery, you won't be that disappointed, because you picked up 123,000 versus the person that sat in the living room with the same series of numbers, £1,700. Now, these are actual figures based on a win that e-lottery had, so they're very, very accurate. But of course, they will vary from lottery to lottery depending on the price. But if you look at that difference, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to say, where would I rather put my pound? Now, as I mentioned earlier, the only real differential is we can't win that jackpot single-handedly. But then again, it's a 1 in 14 million chance of winning it. If you do want to go for that 1 in 14 million chance, you simply buy a ticket. And you can either buy it with the same numbers that you have in your e-ticket, so you get the best of both worlds, or you can go for a different set of numbers. But remembering, every win, 5 balls and below, you win a lot less. It really is only the jackpot that the lottery holds as a key figure. Now, just the slides, the pictures here, so you can see. If you were to buy lottery tickets, which would you prefer as a prize money payout, the red or the blue? And as you can see, it's the new lottery blue. phenomenal amounts of money at the lower prizes, which means people win more of them. Now, we didn't have last week, I didn't have ready for you the Euro Millions comparison, but the same thing applies, and I'll just run these through this evening for you. We've taken the same 5 numbers and 2 star balls. It doesn't matter what the 2 star balls would be for either system, be it the normal lottery or Euro Millions. Just have a look at how this payout looks, and it's quite amazing. There's again a huge differential. A 1 ball win in Euro Millions, and if anybody in the room has bought a Euro kit, which is £1.50 each, you will probably have had one number come up. And one number, it's just one number. It's only 23 pence in this instance. Now, there could be quite a variation in that. It could be 21, it could be 25 pence, but it's about that. And it's not a lot of money, but it's a return on your ticket. Go into the 2 ball win, again, if we look at that, with the conventional way, if you bought a ticket, it would give you no return whatsoever. We're excluding the star balls, because we don't require those in our system. You would win £3.25, and I'm sure you'd rather have £3.25, which is equivalent in normal terms to buying 2 lines versus nothing. And then into the 3 ball win, and here you'll see that it's there's a slight differential, about a 50% increase in profit. We're quite a common win. We've had several of them. So it's always nice to think that you're getting more return for your pennies. We go on to a 4 ball win, and it's a considerable difference. Again, we're moving up to over 100% more in prize money. And then when we get to the 8 ball win, you can see that this becomes quite a massive differential here. I know it's a nice tidy sum, 5 balls on the Euro Millions with 174, but with the same system that we operate in terms of the multi-win, it's $500,000. And that amount of differential is enormous. I mean, it's a house. And that, for the same numbers, if you were to be next to the person that had the same set of numbers and they put their £1.50 counter in, you are part of the system where you can actually have your entries paid for and covered by referral commissions. Who would you rather be at that moment in time? Which ticket would you rather have your money on? Well, again, we'll just review that in a multiple slide where you can see, we've got the 1 in 76 million. As I'm sure most of you know, the Euro Millions is a very difficult jackpot to win, and that's why it rolls over with all of the millions of people that play every Friday. And if you wanted to win that, or go for it, buy a ticket. But every other level, you'd be winning less. Now look at that in terms of a visual. Which colour would you prefer to represent your prize money? From 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 ball wins. So I thought that was quite exciting. I shared that with quite a few people, and it's actually made quite a bit of difference. Response back from last week has been great. So we thought we'd just do it for the Euro Millions this week. And we will be putting those in a little PDF file and making them available for you and passing that on. So if you want to use their grant, and it just reminds you and also educates other people as to the power of the e-lottery system.